What's up, everybody? It's your boy Dave Mo Flips, Team Us 100%. And this is a little bit different than most of my videos, or maybe not right now. I'm so sporadic, I think. But let me tell you this, it's something you guys want to watch out for. And here in Tampa Bay area, this is crazy. So I'm looking to buy a Benz right now. And I was looking at a CLS. This is one of my favorite body styles of this car. To me, it just looks like a spaceship. Really, Beamers and Benzes, I really do love them. And of course, Audis are my favorite, Volvos. I just have a thing for these types of cars. But I want you to look at this picture right here, okay? I'm going to point something out to you. Do you see where the key is coming out of the ignition and you can see that tag? That's one way that you know it's a dealer. Here's another way. No license plate. Two ways that you know it's a dealer. Or car flipper. Now, I want to bring something to your attention. The mileage. 145,000 miles on this vehicle. Well, I kept scrolling, looking at a bunch of other ones, and I was like, oh, hey, look at this one. This looks familiar. Those wheels look familiar. There it is again. That's the same picture. This is the same car. Now it's got 160,000 miles for $6,000. Now, I want to be perfectly clear here, okay? I am not saying that this individual did this. What I am saying is this is the reason why you need to invest in a higher end scanner, OBD2 reader scanner. If you're going to be buying cars off the street from car flippers and really even dealers, okay? But if you're going to be buying cars off the street, you need to use this reader that can plug into the OBD2 sensor and read the mileage from the ECU. There are crooks in this world, and we're all familiar with odometer rollback. If you're watching this channel, I'm sure you've been in some sort of situation where you found a car that the odometer was rolled back, okay? Now, the reason why I don't think that this is an odometer rollback situation in this particular vehicle is because 160,000 miles, the guy wants $6,000. Then all of a sudden, the mileage changes to 145 and he wants 4,900. Obviously, you're going in the wrong direction. If you were going to roll the clock back on this car, you would have rolled it back to 145 and the price would have either stayed or went up from $6,000. What I think happened here is the gentleman or the person selling it rather, and it's actually a different person too. The name is different. If you notice, this one is Christian and this one is Sunny. So they could work for a dealership. Who knows? Everyone's posting cars up, whatever. What I think happened here is someone did not know the mileage and it's probably got like 160. I myself do it. I'm usually closer than 15,000 miles. Like, let's just say a car's got 123 on the clock. I'm like, it's got 125. Right? Not a big deal. 125. I'm always going up. I think in this is probably what happened here is the one person was like, yeah, it's got 160, whatever. And then someone probably looked at it and it's got like 144 and change. And they're like, screw it, 145. But nonetheless, I'm going to tell you guys exactly why Carfax is a crook's best friend. Let's take this car in question, okay? It's an 06. It is now 2022, okay? We're going to say that the last reported Carfax was in 2016, 10 years after the car was born, okay? Carfax shows that it had 75,000 miles on it in 2016. Now, how does Carfax get its information? Simply put, Carfax has to be given information, meaning an accident, registration, repairs, right? If you go to a repair facility that reports, that's how Carfax gets all their information. So after 10 years, what used to be after 10 years, they stopped. Up until recently, you did not have to report the mileage if the car was 10 years or older. Now you do, up to 20. So if you stopped reporting mileage on the car and you made it exempt, right? Carfax doesn't have the mileage anymore, okay? So they stopped recording mileage at 75,000 miles. Now, you get some car flipper. Car flippers will do this more than dealers, but I'm not going to say dealers don't do it. A car flipper gets their hands on it, and the car in 2022 has 160,000 miles on it, okay? So they're like, well, In 6 years, I can say that this car was in the garage, right? Because I could sell that. Yeah, she was garage kept. We got a new Mercedes. We don't really use that one anymore, but we kept it as a spare. We really only put like 2,000 miles on it per year. So that's 12,000 miles, right? So then it's like, okay, I know Carfax said 75,000 miles on it in 2016. That's 6 years, right? So 6 times 2, 2,000 miles a year because it was kept in the garage, etc., etc. Now we're going to add 12,000 miles to 75. For argument's sake, let's just say 15 and make it an even 90,000 mile car. Now, I only spent, because it has 160,000 miles on it, I only spent $3,000 on the car. Okay? But then I'm a crook, so I rolled it back to 90,000 miles, and here I am sitting with an $8,000 car. Now here you are, the buyer, you come up to me and I'm like, oh yeah, here's the Carfax, look, you could see it. Oh, well, this seems kind of weird. You only put 15,000 miles on it in 6 years? Correct. Yeah. Nah, like I said, we have another one, and we weren't just really using this one. It was in the garage, or it was sitting outside. Every now and again, we just drove it around just to keep the fluids going. Oh, okay, that makes sense. Let's go ahead and do it because you have the Carfax. Wrong. Don't fall for that. Get yourself the scanner, hook it up to the OBD2 reader, read the mileage from the actual ECU. Okay? That will come up and tell you the exact mileage on that ECU. Now, does that mean that you can't go out and buy an ECU and have it programmed and have it changed? If they go out of their way to do that, they're professional scam artists. And at that point, there's really no way out of it. They've already did everything they could. They crossed their T's, dotted their I's, and we're kind of shook. And this is why car dealers get a really bad reputation, because of things like this. The majority of people out there aren't doing that. The majority of people are looking at Carfax, rolling the clock back, and putting it back in the street. So how can you tell? Number one, everything other than this is speculation. Get yourself the OBD2 reader. I don't even have a link for one, right? But you can look it up. Make sure that it can read exact mileage from the ECU. That's the best way. You can look at the pedals and say, oh, the pedals are worn out. Okay. You could look at the car and be like, oh, well, it looks like it was rough. Okay. There's a lot of other things you can do and other people are going to tell you can do to see if the mileage is right, but that's all you're just speculating on. The only way to know 110% that the mileage is correct is to get you a scanner that can do it. Other than that, guys, you're setting yourself up for failure. Do not believe in Carfax. I'm not here to say that Carfax is not a great tool. I love Carfax. I think it's super handy. But even with accidents, if you don't have full coverage insurance on the car, and let's just say I crash my car and I don't go through the insurance company and I just drive off or whatever, I get it fixed in my buddy's backyard, and now it's fixed somewhat decent. You can pull a Carfax and it can say, no accidents. So with that being said, guys, I hope it helps. We're out of here.